Normally my first question is about the previous game, but would be remiss to not start with the huge news from Wednesday, Chloe being recalled into the Matilda squad. How excited are you for her? What does that mean for the group as a whole to have her back firing, back to her best and back in the Matildas?
Yeah, it's super exciting, isn't it? We spoke to the whole group when Chloe was actually at the announcement and she wasn't at training, but I guess the input and the influence the playing group, the club, the staff, the fans, everyone has had in terms of supporting her on her journey. It's fantastic to see that, we've got the expertise, the characters, the right amount of support and the ability to stretch players beyond what they thought they were capable of, to get players back into that type of form and to be able to step back into the national team. It's excellent.
We've obviously been talking a fair bit about Chloe because she's been playing so well. Do you think this might even, give her an extra lift, heading into the rest of the season, and we might even keep seeing better performances from her?
Yeah, we hope so. I think Chloe's certainly the type of person, character that she'll set a goal, she'll achieve it, she'll set a new benchmark. So I envisage that's what we're going to get from Chloe over the next couple of weeks.
Love it. So I will then touch on the last game. It felt like a pretty big win, even though it's a home game. We're obviously travelling there to Tassie. Tough conditions, hot day, tough pitch. We score early, then get pegged back straight away, but that resilience was really on show, getting back in front, holding on to the lead while Central Coast put on a little bit of pressure. How pleased were you with that win to keep the run going that we're on at the moment and pick up a big 3 points against another finals contender?
Yeah, first of all, I'll touch on that home away from home. It was excellent to see the fans there, some familiar faces that obviously flew across the Bass Strait there. The way our events team set up, all the little detail for the playing group and the staff to be able to perform on the day, that was second to none. In terms of Central Coast and the way the game played out, we certainly needed to dip into some of our core values and characters as a team, as a club, and to have that challenge. We embrace that. That's what we want, and to be able to come out the other side with a positive result. It's really pleasing to see the girls evolve through different types of challenges.
We talked a little bit about, up until the City game, we hadn't quite got over that hump of the back-to-back wins yet. Now with 3 in a row, I feel like off the top of my head, that's probably the club's best run outside of the 7-0 start from last season. You've talked a lot about how the group is still coming to grips with different styles, different demands from since you came in. Do you feel like it's just building and building and building, and this run is really only the beginning for this team?
Yeah, we spoke about that earlier this week around evolving what we're doing. What got us here won't get us where we want to go. So, we're not letting off in terms of what we're demanding from this group and the expectations we have on their performances going forward. We'll keep wanting to level up.
Talking about the home away from home, we're back to our more natural home, I suppose, this week and for 3 games in a row. How much does that help? Obviously looking to sustain this run, getting in front of the home fans for a few games in a row and looking to take maximum points.
Yeah, absolutely. We know the impact that home crowd has on the girls, and I think that the spirit that we have with the community, I think that's really important that we get to showcase that. So we hope everybody's coming out this weekend and for future games. Limiting that travel, of course, with an upcoming international window is pleasing as well. We want to make sure we capitalise on those things that are going for us by making sure we're putting the performances on the part that get the points.
I forgot there was obviously a great moment last week as well for Jackie. It's been a fairly long time in coming to get her on the score sheet. How excited was she? How excited were you and the group to see her stick one in the back of the net?
Yeah, Jackie's been fantastic. I think her contributions without the ball, the team without the ball, and her contributions in her play in possession, it will outweigh, I guess, her scoring a goal. But it is pleasing that she, given some of the scenarios she's been in, that she she's been able to put that one in the back of the net, and that's a credit to her. She works really hard to put herself in those situations, but then even more so now, the quality of her individual technical application there is it's really growing. We talk about evolving players. She's another one that's stepped up.
Looking ahead to Brisbane this weekend, you always say that we focus on ourselves and on the principles that are put in at training. Is that sort of, I guess, particularly prevalent for this week, in that you look at Brisbane on the table and you think maybe there's a hint of complacency that might come in, but we've seen over the last couple of weeks the real competitive nature of this competition, that anyone can beat anyone.
Yeah, I mean, again, we focus on ourselves. You're right there. Our principles are what sort of drive our structures, drive our performances, so that we never stray from that. What we will do is we're looking to enhance the detail in our play, and making sure that we're evolving plays in terms of situations that will come about the back end of the season, which is a little bit more challenging as teams are getting a little bit more familiar, and obviously more and more is on the line as we get closer to finals.